Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to the first episode of Jash Talks Quickies, where I, talk about stuff that's happening now.
Stuff and things and more stuff and things and things and stuff.
Yeah, it's like goddamn, like topical. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Topical things, and I meant to do this a few days ago, but I just didn't have time. And Marty's with me today to talk about recent Dark Tower movie news because he's a fan and I'm a fan. So
I showed up.
yeah,
I was told to show up and I showed up. Where's my cookie?
what cookie? I didn't promise you a goddamn cookie.
Oh, somebody promised me a cookie.
Not me. You're acting
Who
like I
promised me a
pay my
cookie?
co-hosts, which I do. Calm
No, she
down.
doesn't. Slave labor.
Well, I just
She
never
outsources to China.
Yeah, I need the slave labor for my nasal spray.
You know how they say that Walmart is always it's like basically a Chinese store because everything in there is pretty much made from either China, Taiwan, or Japan. That's what this show is. It's basically a Chinese show.
You're thinking that I have that much professionalism in me. I don't have the resources to do that.
Yes and no.
Okay, let's get to the meat of whatever the fuck this is. And Marty, how about you talk about? He's still there. What? You're a Dark Tower fan. How did you run into the Dark Tower, and why do you like it?
My dad dropped a book in front of me. He said, "Here, son, read this," and I was like, "Okay." That's how I ran into it. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. So my dad basically owns pretty much. No, he owns every single Stephen King book ever made, ever written.
Oh my god, really?
Every single one. He has his own personal library. He subscribes to the Stephen King library. So every book that comes out, he gets. Every new book he comes out, he gets it. And yeah, he's a true fan. He has owned them since the beginning, and if I had been able to, I would have asked to see if he could come on because he could rant on and on about Stephen King.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So he gave me this book and he's like, "Here, you might enjoy this." I'm like, okay. No clue what it was. It said The Gunslinger. I was like, "Ooh, I like guns."
Well, you were in the army, so.
So I opened up the book and I decided to read it, and it turned out it was fucking fantastic. It was beautiful. So I decided, hey dad, do you have the second one? Ah, no, son, I don't. I have the whole series. Gave me the whole series. Read the whole series, loved it, read it again.
Oh, have you read The Wind in the Keyhole? You know, the little short?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have read the short as well. Anything to do with
talking. I need to get something. I just realized. Hang on. Keep talking.
Okay. Basically anything to do with Stephen King I've read in regards to the Dark Tower, including fan fiction, shorts that people have written, splits between the characters, all of the books at least 3, maybe 4 times over. Actually, I don't think I've read the last book to the Dark Tower again yet, so that one I've only read 3 times. But yeah, I've pretty much read everything to do with that. What is that? Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is the complete concordance, revised and updated. So I was mean to read this on a stormy day, aka any day, but I just kept on getting distracted with other books. But
Well, my favorite spinoff from the Dark Tower has to be the Salem's Lot.
Like that was everything like he does is connected to the Dark Tower in some way,
Some way,
usually.
shape, or form. But that is my favorite one that he's done so far.
Why?
I I just like the book. It was dark and creepy. That's probably why it was dark and
Vampires.
creepy. It's dark and creepy in this room I'm sitting in right now. I mean,
Well, usually I have migraines usually, so I it's usually dark and creepy. Don't turn lights on until 6 in the evening. Okay, so I finally got a good
parents
my
walk in and open up the window. Shut it.
I'm burning. Yeah, but yeah, I get some migraine medication, so hopefully my migraines get a hell of a lot better. Okay, I ran into the Dark Tower. God damn, I can't remember how I did. I think Dad might have had the books. I just decided to read one.
So it's pretty much the same story.
No, he didn't give it to
Because he
me.
didn't drop it in front of you.
No, the books existed. I ended up reading them, and then I think he got me the final Dark Tower book for either my birthday or Christmas. And so it was like the Gunslinger is like this small, and the final book is like.
I noticed that the other day with a lot of book series, like especially Harry Potter. I was looking at someone had a picture of it the other day, and it
Amen.
was like this tiny maybe I think there was maybe 300 pages to it. And then I looked at the last one, Deathly Hallows, and it was like 700 some odd pages long. I was like, what the hell?
Ah, God
What is
damn.
this?
Yeah, the final Harry Potter book is. Hang on, I'm holding it right now.
Maybe
Is
8.
759.
How long is it?
759 pages.
Oh, I was not far off. I didn't get much.
You got in the 700 range.
As you can tell, I've read that book a couple times too.
But yeah. So both, and yes. So both Marty and myself have, been, whenever there's been rumors of a Dark Tower movie, we always get excited. I think there was like a few years back, there was like, hey, this movie might happen. And it would be a combination of movies and a TV show. And I sort of like that concept because the Dark Tower universe is really large. I mean, not even counting the novels related to it.
Yeah, they've been debating that the original release when they finally set up this project was it was gonna be the movies, and then they were gonna have a mini TV series that was gonna last maybe 4 seasons to cover that
And
all the extra stuff that happens.
yeah, I would like that so the movies could be for the main story, and then to have this story further developed, you have the TV show, which would also help you when you finish the movie and like, I need to watch more Dark Tower stuff.
The only problem that I see facing right now, though, is that it is a Stephen King book, and let's be honest, the infamousy that lives on as people ruining Stephen King books for all of mankind by making movies for it. So I swear, if they butcher this movie, which
Don't worry, every fan will be on the way to murder the people
we'll,
involved.
we'll get into the actors in a minute, if they ruin this movie, I swear to God,
God.
there will be hell to pay. It's bad enough that my dad, he, like I said before, he's a huge Stephen King fan. Loves the book Firestarter, right?
Oh, that's
Favorite book
a
of
decent
all
one.
time by Stephen King. I love the book Firestarter. Not my favorite book of all time, but I love the book Firestarter. The
Fire.
difference between me and yeah, it was pretty much the word fire. The difference between me and him is that he went to see the Firestarter in theaters. So he was hyped more than I was when I found out there was a movie called Firestarter based off the book. And he warned me. He said, "Son, I swear to God, you're gonna hate that movie and you're gonna hate life after you watch it." I was like, "Nah, Pa, they can't ruin it that bad." They freaking
Yeah.
destroyed the book for me. It's I can't really read that book anymore without having like, PTSD flashbacks.
Oh, good. You know what? I haven't seen the Firestarter movie, but Siffy made oh god, a little mini series following the events after, which
Oh,
seems like a cool idea. And then it gets worse and worse, and like I don't know how long the miniseries was supposed to fucking go on, but after since there was a marathon on the Siffy channel, me and Mom were just marathoning it. But after like the 7th or 10th episode, we realized we loved life too much, so we had to stop.
well, as long as you haven't seen the remake of Stephen King's Shining that Stephen King wrote
Oh, I
himself.
actually do want to see it just so I have an opinion.
Oh, well.
I've read, yeah, not Brian, some guy, Marty. Marty, I've read all of Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey. I have no soul left.
Well, be prepared for 3 hours of talking and maybe 2 scares. Maybe 3 max. I'm just preparing you. But anyways, yeah, if they butcher this, I'm going to be so sad. I might just have to burn my own copies
I
of The
have
Dark
to ask
Tower.
before we continue. Actually, we're going to, yeah, we'll get on the actors and then how they'll be filming the movies. Of, did you like the ending of The Mist?
The Mist,
Yeah,
it's been too long since I've seen that movie. I
it's
thought it was all right.
yeah. Everyone complains about the ending, and then there are other people who love the ending, and then there's Stephen King who's like, "I wish I wrote that ending."
Well, not as many people died.
Oh, yeah, it's like I just like
Well,
The Mist.
unlike in his book, like pretty much everybody dies. In the movie, not everybody dies.
Well, the husband kills, thinks that that the mist will always be there, and
hmm
that it's just a matter of time. So he kills the two other people in the car, his son, and then he runs out of bullets for himself. And as he's getting out of the car and just moaning, he's the mist evaporates and people, the military start arriving.
Yeah, and I mean,
That was awesome.
it was a great ending for that. But again, I still think the book's better.
Yeah. Well, at least there's hope that even if they do change some things, that there could still be a good movie.
They've already changed things, and we'll get
I
to
know
that.
they fucking changed. Let's get onto that actually. Like 30 minutes in, let's get into the
He's
topic of
black.
Okay. Okay. So there are two casting choices that have been confirmed. The first is Idris. We'll talk about one at a time. And the first one is Idris Elba. And I'll allow Marty, since he's probably been holding back all this shit for days.
He's black. Why? It's like having a black James Bond.
Well, actually, Idris Elba.
No, we will not get into that. That's a whole nother discussion. It'd be alright if they call him 007 because 007 just the title. But no, they want to call him James Bond. What the fuck? Okay, so the biggest thing I have with stories and movies, right, is when they take actors that have been created or characters that have been created and given a certain ethnicity, like, I don't know, maybe he's a Caucasian European guy, or maybe he's an Asian or a Hispanic or stuff like that,
Or
and they
you're
give it to someone the complete opposite, right? So you have basically you have a southern white cowboy-esque type character for the gunslinger. That's what he was painted out to be.
Like Clint Eastwood,
Like Clint
spaghetti
Eastwood,
western.
or but instead they're putting in someone who's the equivalent of, I don't know, Quentin Tarantino. Like, that's pretty much what they're doing. They just, and I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna be able to fulfill the role. I'm just saying it doesn't match up. And originally their first casting choice was Viggo Mortensen. Back when
Well,
they
that would have been
originally
fucking awesome.
back when they originally established this project, it was Vigo. And I was pumped excited for that because, oh my god, he would make the best gunslinger in the world ever. Instead, they throw this guy in, and
No,
I
who would
don't
make
mean it.
the perfect gunslinger, Marty? If they could reverse Clint Eastwood's age and put him. I don't know. I'm just thinking of Stephen King creaming his pants over it. Oh my god! I got Clint Eastwood.
So they have this guy now, and and I don't mean it to sound like I'm a racist person or not.
You are.
I'm not. I'm really not. It's just why? Why? And that's not even the worst part.
Okay.
That's not even the worst part. Let's get to the next person.
No. Actually, I like the next person, but I'm going to expand on my thoughts of Idris Elba. I don't agree with the casting choice just because there's racial tension between Roland and the woman who eventually is called Susanna.
That too.
Yeah, okay. So the thing is, to get the same racial tension, they're going to need to make Susanna white. Do you imagine the fucking outcry because they're whitewashing, even though they're turning Roland black and they need to counter to make the racial tension there? Just imagine the bullshittery that's going to ensue.
It's not really the same either if you think about it.
No.
Because when you have a white man against a black female, that's one thing. You can see the racial tension that ensued because of, the time era. You can't really have a black man and a white woman, there being racial tension between them two. It doesn't really play out the same.
Yeah, plus, Roland's come from a place of power and prestige, which is very different from the place Susanna came from.
Yeah.
So even then, even if the positions of power of the two it's not going to be the same. I'm at least hoping Susanna's going to be white, so at least there will be something to help keep the balance, even if it's not, as Marty said, perfect.
In a perfect world, Viggo Mortensen be my hero.
Okay, I knew
This
that
is
was
not a perfect world. And I will cry myself to sleep tonight.
Okay, it's okay. I have Stocky, which I not fucking London you, so you give whatever you can. I love my alcohol. You have not earned that right. I mean,
I'm already covered.
Stuff.
Already covered.
Okay, good. Okay, hang on.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
I actually agree with this next casting choice. And Michael McConaughey as Randall Flagg. I think that's his name, even, and one of his other names is Walter, whatever.
The Man in Black?
Mm-hmm. Here come the Men in Black.
Who's playing him? Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have gotten someone with a little more evil look in them to do that one.
Have you seen his fucking creepy Lincoln commercials? I mean, I saw one of his fucking creepy Lincoln commercials after reading the news, and I'm like, holy shit, that's scary as fuck. Okay, he's good. He's good.
I'm looking him up right now.
He was in a
As
Dallas
this is
Buyers
going on.
Club, first season of True Detectives.
But he was in See, that's the thing. He doesn't have that face. Like, who was that actor? It'll come back to me after this, I guarantee it. But they're like, what is his name? Hang on, I gotta look this up now.
Okay, can you describe something he's been in?
Green Goblin.
Oh, god damn, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. God damn, yeah, I see his fucking face. Holy shit.
William Dafoe. There it
Billy,
is.
I knew it was a
They could have.
I knew it
He
was a
could have played a good role for that.
I knew it was a W name. God, but yeah, he has a fucking scary face just when
Because he has
smiles.
the
It's
creepy
happy.
face for it.
Yeah, he smiles and you piss your pants.
Or fuck, who was the guy who
William
played
Dafoe, that's a
Jack from
compliment if
Shrek?
you're watching.
Jack hang on.
Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson. He could have played it. He would have been a good one. They have creepy faces, so it sort of fits the role.
But
Matthew
also,
McConaughey has that face like I'm a showboater.
yeah, the thing is also, I think in the article I sent you that they want an actor. As I said, I couldn't speak today or yesterday. They want an actor who could rotate between, be complex like the character. So I've seen Matthew McConaughey, in different ways, so I know he can pull things off.
Oh yeah,
Willow is an
I know
awesome
he could.
actor too. I just want to say that.
I know he could. That's not the problem. The problem is that he just doesn't seem like he'd have that complexion to really fit the character that he will be filling. But I mean, hey, I've seen worse people put into worse roles and pull it
Him
off.
in
So.
True Detective, the first season.
Mhm.
Yeah, he had some very emotional scenes. He went through emotions there. So I think he can do. I really think that that even if the fucking movie sucks, he'll do an awesome job.
Oh no, I have full faith in the actors of this movie. That is not going to be my concern of whether it sucks or not. Because even the actors in Firestarter did a good job. It's just the script.
Yeah, I hate it when
It's terrible.
good actors are given terrible scripts and it's like,
And they still pull it off.
yeah,
That's how you know you're a good actor. If you get a terrible script and you can still act the hell out of it.
yeah, it's like in the Amherst TV show, like Shawn Ashmore and Christopher Ralph both did, amazing jobs with their roles. The fucking thing sucked, but it's like, damn, I really wish Christopher Ralph had continued acting because he was really good. Shawn Ashmore and the guy who played the first Visher 3 human morph were the only two that really left the show with
any sense of career left.
Yeah.
I never watched the show.
Don't.
I've seen plenty of trailers for it, and the only reason I looked it up was because of the group, and because I'm actually in two groups involving it, and because I had to do a whole thing for Nicole and then her cousin. So
Role playing.
That's the only reason why I ever checked it out. That's pretty much the only reason why I ever got into Animorphs, and I'm not really in it because I still haven't read any of the books.
Oh, I can send you the PDF files. Oh, you've read the second book.
Oh yeah, I have read the second book, haven't I?
Yeah, for Zone 91.
GG. The only book I'll probably ever read of Animorphs. So I can't really have an opinion on that. But from what I could tell, looked pretty terrible.
God, but
it looks like Flash.
Oh, okay. We're going to need to stop discussing this now, or else this is going to be the whole podcast. Oh, damn it! Okay, let's talk about how they'll be setting up the Dark Tower movie.
I don't know. I haven't read much about that, so you're gonna have to enlighten me.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, besides that, it's going to be filmed in South Africa.
Ooh, tigers and lions and bears. Oh my.
Yeah.
You
Except they
think-
don't have bears. And
Shut up.
bears and-
It was
Okay.
funny.
I got to look this up.
Okay, it's going to be. Hang on. Sheesh. Okay, I thought I had had where I wanted to be in the article marked. I've been the movie. Here it is. The movie starts from the article I'm reading. The movie starts in media res in the middle of the story instead of at the beginning, which may upset some of the fans a little bit, but they'll get behind it because it is the story. Arcel, who's going to be directing the movie, declined to specify which books his movie focus on, but he did offer this clue. A lot of it takes place in our day in the modern world. So what do you think about it not beginning with, with the gunslinger, and he says which books his movie focus on? So it seems to imply that they might try to be squeezing stuff into this movie.
Jake Chambers. What would they have to squeeze in? Jake Chambers was in the modern world.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
Let's see. Well, squeeze in, I mean, because if it's in medias res, it's not going to be. It might not be starting anywhere in the gunslinger. Like they might jump into the second or third book.
Yeah, that would be fine to be honest. If they're doing like that whole gun thing in the very beginning where he does a shootout butt ass nude.
Oh yeah,
And
when
then
he gets in Eddie's body, oh fuck, that'd be great.
And then do it as a flashback to certain points of the gunslinger and play it through like that, I'd be totally fine with that as well.
Well, okay, let's see further on in the article. Look, we're really professional here. We're looking at articles now.
References.
Okay.
Professional.
Yeah. Although Arcel and King aren't ready to reveal which books the movie may cover, we can use their clues to do a little soothsaying. Since the fourth novel in the 8-book series, 1997's Wizard and Glass, is almost entirely a flashback of Robert Rowland's youth and lost love, it's a good guess that the movie may start with 1993's The Wastelands. And if you're just starting to notice, like, 1993 is the third book and 1997 is the fourth book, welcome to waiting as each book came out. Like, luckily, I became a fan when there were 4 books out, but then I still had to wait till 3 of them came out, and holy shit.
I was a fan when all of them were out. I didn't have to wait.
You lucky bastard. Shut up, asshole.
Any of them. I was so happy.
It's a good guess. May start with 1993's The Wastelands, the third book in the series, which is where much of King's broader Tower mythology began to coalesce. Its story involves the quartet's efforts to connect with Jake, who lives in a far-off New York City, and a different one, 1977, in the novel, although that could easily be changed to now. But that's just speculation.
For those of you who don't know, there's a book called The Three Doors, which address the 3 people that the gunslinger goes off to find, being Suzanne, Dean, and Jake Chambers.
Eddie. Susanna. Eddie.
Dean, Eddie. Same thing.
Never mind. Oh, and Oi. Oi, oh my god.
Oh, and Oi.
Oh, he's so adorable.
I can't wait to see who they use to play Oi.
Oi.
Like what they use to play Oi.
Because what was Oi? Like it's a combination of raccoon and something else, and it has
raccoon, a dog, and a
I think raccoon.
It was 3 different things, but yeah. All he said was Oi.
No, he didn't say Oi. He had limited speech capabilities.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
He's so adorable.
It's been so long since I've read the books. I have to read them again. Anyways.
It's so long since I've read it too. I just like, Oi. I'm sorry. I can't wait if the movie comes out, really. They'll have stuffed oys that I can, huggle in bed.
Fleshies.
Plushies! I can't wait till the plushies.
God help us all.
Oh God, God won't save you.
Now, beware after January 2017, every podcast of Jashikins will sponsor a boy plushie.
Oi plushie, yeah. No,
Guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Assuming they make the movie this time.
Yeah, there will be so many fucking Oi plushies. And if they don't make the movie and you make really good plushies, just contact me. I will hand you my money. I will throw it at you. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm so not sorry. But anyways, after my dream of this whole room being filled up with Oi plushies, all of it. My problem with, it started in medias res, and then it seeming to jam a couple movies in. I don't know if the really article states that there might be multiple movies.
How long is this movie going to be?
The article doesn't say, and it's just, there's 2 pages.
If they just make a movie that's an hour and a half long, I'm going to be really, really sad. Won't be angry if it's good, but I will be really, really sad.
Yeah, it's just like there's a lot to cover. I mean, just even if you're doing flashbacks, there's shit you need to cover to understand. And I remember reading The Wind in the Keyhole, and it had been really long time since I read the 7th book, and some of the words they have for this, this universe can be hard to grasp for the first couple pages.
Oh yeah.
I actually was like, oh my God, how can I read this? And I had read the other Dark Tower book, so once the language of the land starts to get to you, you'll be like, oh, I know these words.
It definitely puts Tolkien's universe to shame. But tell you that much.
It's just so I'm just really afraid that the storylines and plots they choose to do will just feel half-assed, not because they don't try, but because there's not enough room.
I'll try to give them a little bit of faith.
I mean, I sort of don't really like Idris Elba being cast, but the plot is the thing that's worrying me, because they could definitely screw it up, and this, even if they do jam a couple storylines into the book, I'm hoping for sequels. It's God damn it, who was Roland's, love that ended up dying?
The chick from the bar?
No, the Wizard and Glass. God damn it. So I'm going to look it up. Wizard and Glass Dark Tower Wiki, because I'm pretty sure it fucking begins with a S. Susanna, the Four, the Cadet, the beginning, having an affair with his mother. Oh yeah, that's good stuff there. And Roland actually ends up killing his mother. Oh, it is an S name, Susan Delgado.
Delgado, right.
Yeah,
who was that? Okay, yeah, I know where we are.
Yeah, that's the whole thing where the main story of Wizard and Glass was about. It was all about his tragic love with Susan, and then shit really hit the fan.
The other thing was the jumping back and forth between his childhood and the flashback and then the modern day. There was a lot of that going on, so I have no idea how they're gonna incorporate all of that into this without just doing the original freaking book from
I
cover to
don't know.
cover.
I think they could probably get away with maybe not really doing his childhood and sacrificing the childhood to do the main story of Susan Delgado. Like maybe talking about his childhood in dialogue and not, because that would save screen time, and I think really his relationship with Susan Delgado is the more interesting thing and the one I remember.
Here's what I'll say. I will sacrifice screen time for that, or I will give up time in my life to watch a longer movie if they do it good. That is my gamble.
Yeah. I really hope they don't because it's when I started to read the article and it's immediate stress, I'm like, oh fuck. Because it just like when you try to squeeze books into one movie, it's usually like, hey, let's do less work. So when it says immediate stress, that's where my mind goes. I've been betrayed before.
Yeah, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see exactly what they might. Hopefully, they release some sort of script look before the movie comes out, and we'll be able to find out exactly what the beginning is going to be a setup for. But
I would love to actually be like getting stuff sent by the team working on this. Even if they said, hey, you can't say everything and just say, oh, you can only report on these few things, I'd be like, thank you. Oh, God.
But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see for the rest of that. Hopefully, they don't mess it up by doing that.
Oh, fuck. If you betray us, we are nerds. We will talk angry on the interwebs.
The downfall of every sequel to everything. That's why The Last Airbender never got a sequel.
Penis hair.
That's why Percy Jackson has yet to get a sequel.
Second sequel.
Third. It's already got 2 movies.
No, 2 movies, but only 1 sequel.
Technicalities.
He can't word. I can't math.
Bad English.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be it for this little mini podcast episode. Thank you, Marty, for coming on and
Yay!
Just to tell you, everyone watching, I might try to get Omar on this next time. I mean, Jash Talks Quickies was planned for me and Marty, but me and Omar names. But I wasn't really able to get in contact with Omar. Omar hadn't been replying, so and this was one thing that needed to be out now. I mean, this is still a few days late, but still.
If you haven't read The Dark Tower, or you don't know what it is, and you are watching this, you're weird and crazy.
Sorry for not.
And need to go read the dang books. Go read them. They're probably at your local library. They're free. You don't have to pay for it. If you don't know what a library is, I can't help you. You're in that generation. There's nothing I can do for you, mate.
Just Google what a library is, and then Google library.
Ask Siri where your local library is. I'm sure it could help out. Get the books. Read the books.
Hi, Galaxy. Okay. Hi, Galaxy. Yeah, the other day when Revs was trying to get his to work, his app to work, mine was going off, and now it's not fucking working when it's supposed to. Hang on. What is a library?
Here is the answer to your question.
See? It works.
Alright, so do that. I'm sure it'll give you directions to it. Get the books, read them. They are phenomenal.
And just be aware that they're long. Usually.
I realize it's not pictures. There are a few pictures in them. If you
Don't
get the
they
picture
have a
version,
comic version of the Dark Tower series?
they also have a comic version. If you're more
There you
into
get
graphic
pictures.
novel series, so
Pictures.
pictures and words and bubbles in them. I mean, that's pretty much everything you ever need.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And once I'll be posting a link to the article I was reading and using for this episode, so you can check that out. And if you are a fan of the Dark Tower series already, what do you think about the casting choices and how they're deciding to structure this story? Comment below, let me know, let's talk, rage, whatever.
They're crazy.
Bitches be crazy.
It should be tripping.
And do you have any final words, Marty?
Nah, man. You just said them.
And until next video, goodbye.